Ep1.
Yo, welcome back to the Reimagining Worship Podcast. My name is Trevor. I'm your host. Listen, if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. But listen, I know if you would, I sound like a church intro. I know it's not that. It's for you. But if this is your first time, I do want to say welcome. This is actually the beginning of season 2. If you want more content, you can go right to my channel. I do want to ask to like, share, and subscribe if this is helpful, if this is useful, and if you find value here. But season 2 of Reimagining Worship is going to be a short series of shorter podcasts where we're kind of addressing real live issues, conversations from an array of topics. So season 1 was a little bit more interview. This season is going to be more question answering and some Q&A. Listen, if you have any questions that you want answered, you can email me at reimaginingworship@gmail.com. Check the links down in the bio, but this season I really want to talk about a few things. And episode 1, I just really want to kick us off with the biggest one that I think that I've heard for a very long time, and it is that my church isn't singing with me. So that's the title of this episode. Help, my church won't sing with me. And there could be a lot of reasons, and I know we've all kind of been in that space or been there on a Sunday morning when doggone straight you are in, all the way in, you are rocking, the music's rocking, you in worship, everything's great, and you look up into the congregation and nobody is running with you. You kind of just got some blank stares. You have those 2 or 3 folk that'll be like, yeah, but in short, like, it's just, you're kind of up there by yourself. And that goes to the whole conversation of performance versus worship and cultivating a culture of worship and all that kind of stuff. But for today, I kind of want to give 4 or 5 kind of helpful tips on what to do when your church isn't singing with you. Sometimes it really isn't super spiritual. It really isn't, they just got some hard hearts. That's not the case all the time. Sometimes maybe they just don't know the music. Maybe they just don't feel comfortable. Maybe whatever the case may be, there's an array of things. So these are a few things that I've done over the years, and I will argue that they have been helpful. The first thing is, listen, take a day. Take your team away for a day or have kind of a long day. Grab some coffee and some breakfast donuts and spend some time just kind of hanging, chilling, praying, doing songs together, and go through as many songs as you can. Like, get a crazy list of songs. Get a list of like 40 songs and then cut it in half and then cut out, give or take, 4 or 5 more. What you want to do is kind of have a bank or a library of, honestly, no more than like 16 songs. 16 songs is pushing it. If you're like me and you don't necessarily do full songs, but kind of do some medleys and things like that, like 16 might be your number. If you are a 3, 4, or 5 song every Sunday, we're playing it like the record, like, then I would say 13 to 14 might be that space for you. But get a list of 14, 15 songs. That way, these will be the only songs that you sing and lead with for the next 3 months. Absorb these songs, learn these songs, have these songs in your system. Because we act like folk was at rehearsal with us or in the car when we were learning the songs for Sunday. That's not the case. Oftentimes, this is like the first time they've heard this song ever in the history of Everdom. So get a shorter list of songs and make that your playlist for the quarter. The way that I would recommend even breaking it up is like, if Sunday 1, you do song 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sunday 2, you do song 3, the 2 songs you did from last Sunday, and another 2. And you'll recycle that same system for the next 3 months. A few things this does do. 1, it does help people understand the songs, but 2, it kind of alleviates some pressure on your band and your worship team that they have to learn so much material. But with that, there's a few other things. Pick songs that are easy and accessible. Now, I did a podcast for season 1, like simple doesn't mean simplistic. So don't hear me going crazy or in nothing I'm saying. Like, pick songs that are accessible and easier to sing. It might not be the best move for you to get Kiara Shear, but like a Indescribable by Kiara Shear. Yo, she's going bonkers on that song. That might not be the best cover for you to be able to do. I mean, matter of fact, I want to argue Maverick City became who Maverick City is. Yes, they're talented and they're gifted and all that kind of good stuff, but the songs that they write are very simple. They're very simple. So pick songs that are easy and accessible for corporate worship. That's kind of what you're looking for. You want to find songs that people can sing with you with, not a bunch of solo stuff. But that's the next thing. Then a few super practical things. Use those same 15 songs for the background music when people are walking in, when they're walking out. Use that music for when you're doing social media. Use that music when you're doing any video in that quarter. The only music that comes from that church or your church is one of those 15 songs. That's it. Background, all that kind of stuff. I mean, almost redundant. And again, it's only 3 months. You'll be okay. I know, like, a lot. Yo, now we got to be more creative. I'm with you. Like, but let's curb that, because we can either be extremely creative with mad hits and mad runs and mad complexity, and no one rolls with us, or let's simplify this a little bit. But nonetheless, use it for all of the background music that you do. And the next and last thing is take note of your church's favorite song. So when you get this list of 15, or when you get this list of however many you pick, when you get this list of what you're going to do for the quarter, take notice of, like, oh, when we sing this song, they really like this song. I'm not saying to pick that same song, but to find songs kind of in that field or genre. Sometimes and again, I know us as creatives can get real kind of hell bent on, like, now this is who I am. Now maybe I'm just talking about myself. This is who I am, but this is my style. I ain't no bend. This is what they gonna get. Hey, listen, if the purpose is corporate worship, then let's make some adjustments. So take note of what they like. Take note of what you see that response from them, and pick similar songs. At the end of the day, even as I bring this to a close, at the end of the day, the goal for us is people singing in corporate worship, worshiping God together as one on a Sunday morning. That is the prayer. That's the dream. That's the goal. That's the desire. And I think that these few ideas can help achieve that goal. It alleviates pressure from you having to pick what songs that you're going to pick on Sunday. It's an automated system that you can have an easy rotation of song. It alleviates pressure on the worship team and on the vocalist to learn 37 songs that you're going to do in the first 2 months of the year. You ain't got to do that. It alleviates that pressure. If you could put a playlist, you can send the playlist to the church. You can make it public on iTunes and an Apple Music playlist, and then share with everyone. And this can just become the sound of your church. And then after a few months, or after a few quarters rather, and after a year or two, you'll have a good, clean, and comfortable space to be able to know, like these are the songs, or this is the style, or this is how it works at my church. This is our church's sound. That's the big dream. The big dream is for sonically, for your church to have a sound. And one of the ways that you can find out or even create and develop that sound is through processes like this. So, hey, listen, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can email me any questions you might have at reimaginingworship@gmail.com. All the information should be down below. Don't forget to check out season 1, but this is a kickoff to season 2. We're going to answer a bunch of short questions like this and do some more long form videos later on this fall. So peace.
Teaching.